Okay, so I didn't really think I was gonna need to be doing this, but in light of Dead Whisper shit, I'm just gonna put it out there. So basically, the 99th Crusader Battalion, previously the 99th Crusader Platoon, was pretty fucking dope, right? It was a thing, and then at one point, Cannon, criminal, he left because making multiple ops a week was kind of not the best situation for him mentally, and also keeping up with classwork while doing that. I can attest the classwork was pretty fucking heavy at that point. So he left, and he left the server to Skies. At that point, we were doing Australia ops before he left, which were going pretty good. I mean, they didn't have as much attendance as before that, but there was at least, a good amount of people coming. So basically, once Skies became admin or became owner of the server, he removed Burning Phoenix, otherwise known as Alex. He removed his admin powers so that the only two people that had powers were Criminal and Skies. And at that point, we were doing World War II ops, and we were scheduled to do World War II ops until, I believe, January 1st of 2022, which is a really fucking long time to be doing LARPer shit for no reason. And he said, there's a video in 99th Evidence where he said, oh yeah, we had a vote, and I went through, and there was no vote to be had. So he just fucking wanted it to be that way. So after that, shit got kind of weird. I mean, everything got boring with the World War II shit. There was like a slight decline in our number of players, but I mean, that's okay, right? And it was like, yeah, it's kind of shitty to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna do World War II shit for the next couple of months, but it was fine until a point, because what had happened was, in suggestions, someone had posted that we do a school shooter op, which isn't okay. I'm just gonna put it out. Even with the way they wanted to do it, where it was, okay, we're gonna do it, so it's, about awareness. We're gonna be playing cops. We're gonna have like one Church of Ross guy be the actor, as it were, you know. And Criminal didn't think that that was okay, and so deleted the thread. Now, in the new server, those are not a thing, right? You can't have the threads attached. But he deleted the thread, and so Skies removed his admin powers from his own server. So Criminal was reduced to moderators, which at that point had some stuff, right? They were able to still do some things. Well, there were other things that had been changed where stuff was being deleted, especially because of me, because of Wade and Samu saying things that they shouldn't, that are against our rules or were against our rules. And so I deleted them because I'm not going to give them a warning for it, but they just shouldn't be saying it and it shouldn't be out there. And so Skies has been looking at the audit log throughout this time and then removes most of what the moderators can do. So the only things that the moderators could do at that point was change emojis, delete messages, and change nicknames. And I would like to point out that the founder of the server, the two main founders of the server, were stripped of their power. Except Cannon criminal could edit emojis and delete messages, which is fucked in its own right. But it all came to a head when... So at that point, right, I'm gonna keep going, but at that point, what I did is I made a backup of the Discord server. So in case stuff got deleted, I could go through, and most of it's deleted by now. But stuff like this, I could go through and keep it so that I could copy it. This stuff was actually useful because Skies deleted all of it because he banned Canon at one point, but that's for later. So in this timeline, right, basically Skies has just, made himself all powerful at this point. And then Ice, specifically, sent out a little paragraph explaining why what he was doing was wrong. And then Skies responded to it, basically saying, oh, yeah, no, whatever. And then I did the same in a longer form content by literally typing on my phone in fucking AP Seminar, right? Explaining why the way that Skies was running things, with the way the ranking system worked, with the way he took all the power to himself, and with the way he was taking all the power of all of the ops and not letting the people pick what they wanted to do was wrong. So then he deleted those, and then apparently, some way, I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but apparently someone told Skies about what Ice was doing, particularly because I started this server, which we are now, the Phoenix Detachment, which originally was, or the Phoenix Platoon, which is originally the 99th Crusader Platoon Rogue Detachment, because we were going off on our own. Okay. So, past that, so Ice was trying to recruit, someone told Skies about it, Ice got banned. And Skies said that that he had 3 reports when there was foreseeably only 1 report, maybe. And he also said he compared Ice doing that to, if you're gonna jump off a bridge, would you bring someone down with you? Which I'm not gonna go into why that's stupid as hell, but that is stupid as hell and does not apply to the situation. And so at this point, Ice was not a part of the server. Everyone else was. I don't think that there were any other bans on the server. I banned the person from this server that had apparently done it, but that's all behind us at this point. And so after this gets kind of weird, because some of the conversations are, again, in 99th Evidence or in other videos on this channel, or I believe a Wardak posted one. But, so, Caveman, at this point, Cave Lover #1 is his nickname in the channel, or in the server. He was going to dead channels, like the bots channel, because we hadn't been using bots that recently, so he was going in here and adding everyone, right? And then deleting it, so there were ghost pings, right? So it would be something like, oh, I can't even do it to myself, but it would just say that they had a notification when they didn't. And so what was then happening was that people were responding to that, and the moderators that we were in this group with, which would have been Canon and I, we were deleting them. So Samu had screenshotted it, and I was deleting them because it's haha, funny, right? It's oh, what's happening? Nothing. people just have a bunch of notifications, and it's not just like ruining the fun being a fucking dickbag about everything, saying that they're gonna, tell Big Boy Skies about it. And apparently, then after that point, that was too much. So without breaking any rules of the server, except for, well, I mean, Caveman had announcement perms, so there's that. But without breaking any rules of the server, the three of us were banned from the server. From a server that we have been, that they had been a part of since day one, that I had joined a few days later. So, the only remaining people that were there, that were like, had been there from the beginning, were Storm, Valdemi, and Burning Phoenix. So there were only 3 people left. And so when Ice was kicked, Dead Whisper was made the leader of the flight squad. And when I was kicked, Seize was made leader of Yellow Jackets. And so Storm was leader of Odin, and Chase was leader of Church of Ross at that point. So it was kind of a bit of a clusterfuck, to put it lightly. But after that day, what I talked to C's, got myself unbanned, and Phoenix and Wardak and Valdemi and Storm and I had went in at different times, talked to Skies, done some stuff, right? Basically explaining, yo, this isn't how things actually went. That is a legitimate lie. Don't bullshit. This is how this works, right? And like asking what he was doing and why he was doing it. And so, God. So, after that, this server kind of became more of a thing. I think we got Chase at that point. But then after that, there was there were those World War II ops were still going. The one on Friday had some attendance because of this group also going, right? But then on Saturday, only 3 people attended the op. And apparently that is why Skies deleted a server he didn't start, right? A car that he was given the keys to and said, don't put a scratch on it. And then he fucking drove it off a cliff, right? I'd also like to point out that after that Friday, he changed the name to the 25th Crusader Platoon, I believe, and he changed the logo to a black cross on a white background made in MS Paint. Or it looked like it was made in MS Paint. So he completely changed the server, and at the point that Criminal was banned, he deleted all the messages and all the announcements and stuff that made it look like Criminal contributed to the server, and he said that Criminal didn't do jack shit for the server when he has been the largest contributing member since day one. Actually, since before that, because he and I had talked about this group weeks before it had even been created. So, that is just an explanation of how things have gone thus far. Okay, at this point, we're going to keep going as it was before with the regular old ranking system and with old rules. There are some being added that are kind of memey, but it's basically just have fun, man. Don't be a dick. Right? This is going on a bit too long.